Hello, my name is Kelsey Corkey, and I'm a consultant with Urban Systems, working with the City of New Westminster on the Agnes Greenway project. During this project update video, I will provide a brief overview of the Agnes Greenway project and share the permanent greenway design that is being recommended by the project team. There are several opportunities for you to share your feedback on the permanent design, including an online survey and discussion forum. On behalf of the city and the entire project team, we look forward to sharing with you the work that has been completed since we last consulted with stakeholders and residents earlier this year.
The Agnes Greenway is envisioned as a new 1.2-kilometer greenway along Agnes Street to support walking, wheeling, and cycling. The city has been planning the Agnes Greenway for more than a decade and consulted with community members about the project during several larger planning processes, including the Downtown Community Plan and Downtown Transportation Plan. Agnes Street was selected because it provides a direct connection between New Westminster SkyTrain Station and the Victoria Hill neighbourhood and Patillo Bridge. This corridor also connects several community facilities, including Douglas College and Kakite Elementary School. The permanent greenway will make it easier for people to use sustainable modes of transportation, improve health by encouraging active living, and enhance the public realm and community identity. To launch the design and engagement process for Phase 1 of the Agnes Greenway, the city installed an interim greenway in the winter of 2020-2021, using quick-build temporary materials along Agnes Street from 7th Street to 1st Street. The interim greenway was developed as an engagement tool to collect feedback on the design. This approach was used to provide community members the opportunity to experience how Agnes Street could look, feel, and function, and to provide informed feedback about how the greenway can be improved for all road users based on their experience. It also allowed the project team to collect data and observations and make adjustments before a permanent design is finalized and constructed. Building on the permanent design, the project team used what they heard from community members to create a permanent design for the greenway. Here's what's being recommended. The overall concept for the permanent design will see the two-way protected bicycle lane on the south side of the street installed for the interim treatment become permanent. The sidewalk on the south side will remain unchanged along the greenway, with opportunities for landscaping and other low plantings that provide separation on either side of the bicycle lane. This was a key consideration in response to community feedback. Some driveways on the south side will also be improved to enhance accessibility for those walking and using mobility devices. Street trees and improved lighting are also being recommended throughout the greenway, also in response to community feedback. The permanent design will also see the relocation of one fire hydrant, as well as the realignment of the bikeway in a few key areas to avoid conflicts currently observed along the interim greenway. Traffic will be consistent with the interim greenway, meaning the permanent design will include one-way westbound motor vehicle traffic between 6th Street and Maryvale Street to provide parking on both sides of the street, and two-way motor vehicle operation elsewhere along the corridor to maintain access and provide parking on one side of the street. During the engagement process, we heard concerns about the rerouting of the number 105 bus route. In response to these concerns, a routing change is currently being planned that will bring the number 105 route up 4th Street to Royal Avenue and back down to Agnes Street via Maryvale Street, making the route similar to what it was before the greenway was installed, with access to the bus stops at the east end of the corridor reinstated as they were originally. This will require the reopening of the Maryvale Street closure that was part of the interim greenway design. This proposed option is currently being confirmed with TransLink and Coast Mountain Bus Company staff. The permanent design recommends a raised bicycle lane in front of the Courthouse Plaza to encourage a stronger connection between the plaza and Douglas College with the Agnes Greenway. Curb extensions along Agnes Street and 6th Street are also being proposed to make it easier for pedestrians and cyclists to cross 6th Street and to accommodate green infrastructure. The pedestrian-activated flashing lights installed for the interim treatment will also be made permanent. In response to accessibility concerns, new curb extensions and pedestrian refuge areas are recommended at the 4th Street intersection. The bicycle lane will also be raised to sidewalk level along this section of the Greenway, improving accessibility for people accessing parked vehicles, including accessible taxis and loading areas. Curb extensions are being proposed at driveways on the north side to bring Greenway features to that side of the street. This is in response to public feedback. This section of the Greenway also features speed humps to slow motor vehicle travel. The raised bicycle facility will continue between 4th Street and Maryvale Street. Two options are being considered at Blackwood Street. The first option includes a raised crosswalk and bicycle lane along with curb extensions to improve safety and sightlines and to calm traffic. The second option involves closing off Blackwood Street at Agnes Street and adding in landscaping. You are encouraged to participate in the community survey to have your say on the two options being considered at Blackwood Street. Curb extensions are also recommended mid-block to provide landscaping and green infrastructure and to improve safety. This section of the Greenway also features speed humps to slow motor vehicle travel. During the engagement process, we heard from the community that there's a desire for traffic calming within the school zone. In response, the intersection at both Maryvale and Elliott Street are proposed to be raised to improve accessibility and act as a community gateway, helping to define the school zone in front of Kakite Elementary School. To maintain transit service along this section of the Greenway, parking is now available on the north side of the street only, to allow for one vehicle travel lane in each direction. This was the configuration preferred by most people in the first public survey. From Elliott to Dufferin Street, vehicle travel will continue to be one lane in each direction, with parking available on the north side only to accommodate transit vehicles. At the bus stop between Elliott and 1st Street, the bike lane will be raised to the level of the sidewalk to improve accessibility for transit users. The bike lane will shift away from the vehicle lane to slow people biking in this area and to create a dedicated passenger waiting area. Towards the eastern end of the Greenway, the project team will work with the Patello Bridge Replacement Project team to develop the transition between these facilities, with the intent being a seamless connection for all users. Over the next month, we are looking for your feedback on the permanent design. You can have your say through our community survey, discussion forum, or by sending us an email. Check out the main Agnes Greenway project page to select the engagement opportunity that works for you. Thanks for watching. See you out on the Agnes Greenway.